YouTube, we back with the alcohol experiment. Welcome back. Thanks for having me. Your host Romeo Jones with Trauma Drinker. Okay, day two of the alcohol experiment. Day five, alcohol free. Right. Last day that I had a drink was October 24th when I started this channel. The day they swept Lil Durk up to go and be accountable and take responsibility for his actions in this world. But nonetheless, quote for this day is day two is called "It's not what you give up, but what you gain." Quote, one reason people resist change is because they focus on what they have to give up instead of what they have to gain. Rick Godwin. I'll give you the subtitles in here. Benefits. You see things like clear headed mornings, definitely. Better health, for sure. Less anxiety, facts. True relaxation. Especially put a little bit of gym in there. Haven't been to the gym. Did a few push ups here and there, but I know from past experiences that's a fact. Better relationships. Definitely can. It's a fact. You, we know how to show up to the dentist with a clean mouth, right? When you go for your 6 month checkup and cleaning, brush your teeth, right, night and day. If you really want to take it to the next level, brush after meals. Uh, I was gonna say floss, yes, floss, but I was thinking for use Listerine after meals, after drinking certain drinks. All Listerine doesn't have to have alcohol in it because some surgeons say that it's really bad to the alcohol in Listerine kills the healthy bacteria in your mouth. Get what works for you, right? Self love, we're working on that right here, right now. Happier family life, freedom to fully participate in life. All right, that's some benefits. Pay attention to your language, labeling, the power of positives, how we talk changes our experiences. They reference Albert Ellis, one of my big mentors right now, like literally boots on the ground. I go see him on a weekly basis, 1 to 3 times a week. Terry London. Albert Ellis is one of his huge mentors, you know, and listening to your inner voice. So, as we said, um, for me, just getting the alcohol out of my system, which it is, my mind is clearing up as we speak. I don't know if you notice a difference as the days have progressed, right? On day one, which was posted on the 25th, where I had smashed a pint of vodka, right? And I noticed a difference. I have videos on my cloud of all the times in the past where I tried to stop doing when I did my own alcohol experiment that lasted about 18 months, right? Where each and every day that I drink, I would mark it green, and each and every day that I drink, I mark it red, right? So for me, I can just look at this. I still need to. There's so much that I can be doing, but I'm not gonna beat myself up. Um, Peace has been really what my heart is after right now. You know what I mean? And just slowly but surely changing, getting 1% better each day. But when I look at this, I know from experience, right? Okay, boom, I was in the green, I was at the inauguration. My finances are always much better. Period. Right? I mean, finances is it's how you pay for gas. If you don't have a car or a license, it's how you get a bus pass. It's how you Uber. It's how you eat, let alone eat healthy. You know, um, my best buddy loves me to death, but once I start drinking and now I'm not answering my phone, and when I do answer my phone, I'm half there, I'm half not. I'm saying things that have no filter, right? To say or not to say, to share or not to share. My relationships get better. Employment's not a problem. I love to work with the public. Right now, I'm out in the south side of Chicago. You can kind of venture out a little bit, maybe to the south suburbs, but it's you know it's some people are really selfish. Someone who chooses to work for the public, that's you should appreciate them. Someone in my city on 71st, right off of Stony Island, a male got on the bus, didn't have a fare. This bus driver must have been a little, some of them can get mouthy, some of them are, hey, go ahead, grab a seat. But some of them could get mouthy. Maybe she says something smart to him like, aren't you a grown man? You don't have fare? This guy proceeded to punch the lady 3 times, drag her off the bus, and punch her some more. Nobody on the bus did a thing. Thank God I wasn't on that bus. You hear me? Because the backpack would have begun to zzz. You hear me? No click clack because it's already been click clack. But listen, you know what I'm saying? So, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but y'all just watch this lady get beat up. but that's how people are. You know, you got on the bus with no fear. Me being in public service, specifically in restaurants mostly, I don't run into these problems on the golf course because I work at private courses, deal with a lot of gentlemen, and these guys, a bad day of golf beats a good day at the office for these guys. And a good day at the office usually means lots and lots and lots of money. They'd rather be out on the golf course with your boy Romeo, you know? what it's really doing for me though, what to gain, what to really truly gain is getting to the root cause. Not even the root cause. Yeah, getting to the root cause of the addiction, which is trauma, but really taking my trauma head on because the worst part about, trauma is it's a wound. It's a response to specifically childhood, you know what I mean? It when you're a child and you cope, right? That's the only way you have to really to cope is to with these negative coping mechanisms. But you're a child, but once you become of age and now you're an adult and on your own and you're using these same ways to cope, it's unhealthy. It's a survival mechanism as a child. It's necessary, right? What's the alternative? Here we are. We will be wounded. We are on earth. But once you go into adulthood and you hold on to these same coping strategies, they become ineffective. And for me, I will have some healthy relationships. You see, coming out of a horrible, it wasn't horrible, but it was not healthy childhood, I didn't trust relationships, let alone myself, but I didn't trust relationships. I didn't trust people. Even when I look back on it, good, relatively healthy girls and women who came from good enough parents and were in my life, I would sabotage it. Or I would see them as a threat that my mother was. So for me, what's to gain is limitless. Securing a job right now, it's not worrying me by any means, but I've got some options on the table. The option that I want kind of hasn't, she's on vacation. So again, right, relax, use this time to figure out where am I going over the course of the next year. When I started this channel, it was my half birthday. It was my birthday. Yes. And it's funny because I got invited to church by my aunt and I went with her and she thought her pastor was going to be speaking, but there was actually a guest speaker. And this lady was 93 years old. And she said, this was on Sunday. I think Sunday was the 26th, 27th, 27th, I believe, yeah. And she said, today I'm celebrating my half birthday. I said, I'm not the only one, huh? Okay, okay. It was cute. But who wants to go into their late 30s and 40s and 50s and not really have any healthy relationships? And if you think that's crazy, I can look at the woman who raised me, my mother. She doesn't really quite have any, she's kind of lonely. And the relationship that she was in, that got her to move from Chicago across the country to Nevada, busted up as soon as she was isolated with him. The guy started acting loony, putting his hands on her, you know. And he said something crazy like, call your son. She said, that's what you don't want me to do, trust me. Nor do I want him to get caught up in some BS that I got going on, but that's what you don't want me to do. And she know. I love her to death, but despite all that craziness, bro, you did what? All black it is. You know what time it is. Black Hemis, black ones, black Timberlands. Let me stop, y'all. But get back to the point. Relationships, I want to heal myself so that I can be in a healthy relationship and work. Because I'm telling you, in this world, you're going to have to deal with unhealthy people. But when you're content and you're healthy within yourself, you're okay. You can be rejected. You can be unvalidated. You walk up to a table and you go to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Romeo. Welcome to Romeo. Coke, please. Dang. And then as you get in the Coke, now they, hey. You realize that's why I wanted to introduce myself. She could acknowledge me by my name. Who's A? Him, her, he? And they don't even realize it. So And I'll take it personal sometimes. Right now I'm acting like a can of pop. I'm acting like a bottle of pop versus a bottle of water. I'm reacting versus responding. That's that trauma part. So again, let's just keep this one short and sweet today. We will get better as we go. And I find myself just saying, done is the new perfect. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. So that we can see the transformative. Right now, you see, I'm just shooting. I got a lamp back here, a lamp right here, a lamp right here, like I was Aladdin. You know what I mean? To spruce up the lighting. And I don't have a mic. I'm using the mic that's right on this tablet. Sometimes you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. As my Uncle Sandy Sr. told me, that's my great uncle. That's my grandma's little brother. So I love you all. I'm gaining clarity day by day, getting 1% better day by day, and making this thing happen. The sugar is funny, right? I went into a gas station today. Y'all, they had 75-cent candy bars. I asked the teller. I said, "Did y'all steal this? These prices are 50% lower than Walmart's. Two for $1.50. No, I'm telling stories. Two for $1.25. 62.50 a pop. Well, them like 2003 prices. I didn't buy the whole rack. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I got a check cleared today. You know what I mean? So your boy got to move around some funds, get the landlord out the way, get the bus card out the way, you know. And I even found out yesterday too that I gotta pay just like $720, get my license back. Get my license back. That's a whole other story. I'm gonna tell y'all about that story one of these days. Woo! I should have got a book that night. Got away with 2 speeding tickets. I don't want to tell you what was under the passenger seat. I don't want to tell you what was in the trunk. Going 105 and a 75 2 times. I saw the first one. I blew by him going 120. Once he hit the lights, I blew by him going 105. I saw him pull out 120. You know what I'm saying? I'm already up to speed. He got to pull out and speed up. But he called it in to his homie. That was like it was like just a mile mark up. So as I'm starting to slow down, another one. They both get on me, but got away. God is good. So I have to gain the world. Y'all heard me referencing Lil Durk. Well, another rapper from that scene is Lil Herb. He go by G Herbo these days, And Lil Bibby's not very much involved in rap anymore. He kind of got into the production and all that. But they had a song when they first came out called Just a Year Ago. And it's all about how your life could really, really change in just 1 year. Can I experience that for Romeo? Can Romeo Rome experience that for himself? The bottle don't do it no more, y'all. You wake up all lethargic, you tired, you drinking Pedialyte and like unambitious, laying in the bed, binge watching. I don't even do that. But my brain is just recouping. My liver is flushing this stuff out of my system. So I had the opportunity to keep this one short, you all, and that's what I will do. I'll tell you to the very end. I love you. I don't have to know you to love you. That's what we need more in this world. I love you. Did you see when Vladimir Putin took Ukraine to war? And he had met with, I don't know how to say his name, but he had met with the Ukraine president before he set it off. He said, "Yeah, meet me on the top of this hill. Like, you sure you don't want to give me what I want right now?" I guess he wants Crimea. I'm sure there's more to it, but my little brain says, he kind of wanted Crimea or something. He wanted some real estate, some land. But he said, "No. Let the bombs begin." Whoa, 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 buddy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Blowing up hospitals and churches and cell towers and elementary schools? What's on your heart? I love you. Alright? So, with that being said, trauma, drinker. Right? Let's break those things down, get to the root cause of it, and live a happy, joyous life where we can actually give back. It's cool to be on the golf course helping our golfers. It's cool to be in a restaurant helping the patrons. That's not what my heart is. My heart is helping people change their lives as I had to do for myself. And I did it on my own. You have the opportunity to get some training wheels, some knee pads, some elbow pads, etc., etc. Well, let me not say that. I did have mentors, so I'm kind of discrediting my people. Shout out Dr. Velvet Love. Shout out Dr. Jennifer, Dr. Terry London. You know, these are all people that I can call these people. Like, these not just people I watch on YouTube. You know, so with that being said, I'm signing out, y'all. It is October 29th. It's celebrating Halloween here in this part of the world in a couple days, and I'll be 7 days sober, 7 days clean, 5 days in the alcohol experiment by then. But let me like get a set of myself one day at a time. I am talking a lot now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Much love.